Hey, what's going on out there, man? Yeah, it's late night. It's late night, man. It's 9:45, but we still up and we got a
Gotta
little
get
time to
it
talk some Falcon football, man. We gotta get it in, man. We gotta get it in. But quick topic, man. We're gonna discuss James Pearce Jr., man. How he's been dominating camp so far. We're gonna talk about Shannon Sharp. I was gonna say dig in, but that'll be inappropriate right about now.
in. Oh gosh,
But
spare me, Smitty. Spare
we
me.
gonna we gonna talk about Shannon Sharp and that $23 million lawsuit right quick. Also, and we'll just take a couple of questions before we get out of here, man. But A1, what's going on, man? This gonna be an interesting topic, man. I'm just so excited about this topic because
Mm.
we've been talking about pass rush the last 12 years.
Right,
And
right.
now I think we finally got the right combo and we got the right coach, the right defensive line coach. We got the right momentum going
It
into
just
the
seems like we
season.
just getting right.
Right.
It seems like we just getting right now. But I'm excited about the conversation as well we're about to have. We already know it's been since John Abraham. We ain't even gotta take y'all guys back through the whole ordeal
And
about
I'm
how
a,
long we've been without a
before you
pass.
start, I'm gonna speak on that. I got something to say about that, man. Keep
What's
going.
that?
No, I'm talking about John Abraham, but we're gonna
Oh
talk about it
yeah, man.
before
It's just
before we end the show. But go ahead.
yeah, I'm just saying, it's been a while since we had a pass rush since him. So it's just like here the things that we're hearing in camp so far. It's been very encouraging to say the least, honestly. And I just can't wait to get into it. But yeah, again, man, I got my beverage here, man, my water. I'm ready to go. Talk about some Falcons football because that's what it's all about, man. Exciting times. You've already heard, some different reports of people saying how training camp has been. Again, me and Smitty, we pulled up on Thursday. I know I went back on Saturday, and I'm telling you, it's been everything that they have been saying that it has been and more. And y'all been showing up out there as well, I'm saying, for these Falcons. So, man, salute to everybody. Salute to the fan base. Again, showing that we one of the best fan bases out there.
Right. So what's being said, man, since we've been in camp is about James Pierce probably, just being dominant, man.
Mm-hmm.
And we all knew coming out of Tennessee he had the ability to be one of the better young edge rushers in the league because you talk about a guy 6'5", and they have him listed at 245, but trust me, he'll be the 260. This is a big dude. Um, but when you look at it, I think the deciding factor is probably going to be Jacques Smith, his offensive outside linebacker coach, and the
Right.
defensive line coach in Nate Ollie. So if what they've been preaching so far is registering. Because he's out there, scrumming and going at it with Caleb McGarry, Ryan Naziel. He's just scrapping, and you need those guys with a couple of screws loose, to be out there. Just don't give a what about what's going on at the time, and someone just to lead with an edge. And I saw Josh Kindle, and he's my guy. Love his articles. I read them all the
Yes.
time.
Yes. Salute to
He
Josh.
seemed like he had a little small problem with them going out there. You even spoke on it yourself about going against aggression and what they call the other word. Um, is another thing to be aggressive rather
Mm.
than uncoachable.
Yeah,
And
they want to push everything to the edge without
right,
going for the actual swing. And like I said, I get that, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I enjoyed. I know Matthew Bergeron, Ruka Roro. Those are guys who were talking about, just to name a few,
right,
that enjoy it. So, but at the same time, I do understand what Jeff Ulbrich and the rest of the guys, the coaching staff, they're preaching. Because I mean, you have even Tyler Algier. He doesn't like it. I said actually, he said he doesn't. So you can get somebody hurt. I understand all that, and I understand how it can transition to the field in I said the regular season because we can get unnecessary penalties. So I get
correct,
that, but at the same time, you think about it, fam. You get, like you said, you gotta have those guys who are prideful. I ain't gonna necessarily say screws, Liz. I'm just gonna say prideful guys that want to go out there and dominate, and that's what
facts,
James Pierce is. And we both said it ourselves. And this is like he's a big individual, man. Like seriously, this guy is said nothing but a towering individual who's going to get after it. And yeah, the things that you heard about him bull rushing and beating Jeff. I'm sorry, not Jeff. Jake Matthews off the edge and stuff like that. Yeah, that happened. Those things are happening out here because he's ready to get after it. You see, some guys going after him. He has that attitude, breaking that other attitude out of others. That's what we want here, man. We haven't had nobody with that in quite some time. So to really see it and to really hear it, man, that's a great thing.
Facts. And what was more impressive to me is getting these guys straight out of college from him and Jalen Walker. They have two dominant edge rushers in the same draft. You don't see that too often. And Raheem, he had a couple of quotes. But before I get into those quotes, man, I'm gonna say what's up to the chat. I don't want to be rude, man. Yeah, Miss Kiera, possible. What's good?
Hey, what's good?
Our boy Jamal D stopping through.
Jamal,
Amy. Our boy Robert Blackman, man, the mainstay. Mr. Vontae Neal. Our boy Ryan from the Birdcage is gonna join us in a second. Spend a couple of minutes with us. Our boy said in the chat. Travis Preston, man, what's good? What's good? Big bro John Higgins checking in.
Big John.
Tony Wright. Vontae Neal. I said that already, my bad. Big John said he been saying it for years, we offensive and defensive linemen that don't give a you know what.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to destroy things on Sundays, Mondays, Saturdays, Thursdays, and whenever the week is, and all 31 teams. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, man.
John.
We got to be the bullies, man. Again, I'm ready to be the bullies. I'm ready to start, being one of those fan bases that makes it uncomfortable when other fan bases come down here. Ain't just gonna be okay, everything's cool outside. But when we get inside, just know it's all business, and just know you're in ATL territory. Just know you're going to get smacked around. Just know you're going to have some guys coming after your quarterback, and then you're going to have our offense, guys like Bijan, Michael Penix, Drake London, and etc. coming after your defense. Again, it's time to be the bullies out here, man. I'm so sick and tired of the narrative around Atlanta about being the choir boys and or just soft and etc. Just an easy cakewalk. People just check us off like we just always an easy win. It's time to dominate. That's why I'm loving hearing about the scuffles. That's why I'm loving when I'm hearing about James Pearce Jr. But you did mention Jalen Walker, and I want to know, man, what's your thoughts about the absence of Jalen Walker right now? They're saying maintenance.
I just got asked that on another show earlier.
Yeah.
But before I get into it, man,
to be respectful though. To be respectful,
I got
to.
They
don't have to necessarily tell us about any particular injury into the regular season right now.
You read my mind, Miss Charlene. What's good, man? One of my biggest supporters, man. What's good, Miss Charlene?
But
Tyreek Johnson, what's good?
What's good, Tyreek?
Go ahead.
But no, I was just saying, but our history, man. We ain't got a good history right now, man. Salute, fam. And everything. We ain't got a good history when it comes to injuries and withholding information, et cetera, man. It's just right now we hot, man. The block is hot on that right now. So it's
if you say eat some wings right now, what's going on?
There he is. Crash out crew.
We call us a crash out crew. Hey.
No, I'm just saying, like, as far as in that trenches, yeah, I want that crash out crew. I want them folks that want to go get after the quarterback, man. Let's go eat. What they be saying about the ATL and stuff? Yeah, let's go eat, man. All seriousness.
Hey, Grandize, we did a show that show the other night, man. You can go check that out on either one of our page. Our training recap. You can go check that out if you want, man. We did that, but you asked about Jalen Walker. Yeah, I absolutely agree, and I said this on the show earlier. I think it comes from being active all off season and just catching up with him. And y'all got to remember, it's 100 degrees outside, and he's been at it since what, February, March, training, going to camps, working out with veterans, just doing what he can do. Right, draft, OTAs. You just got to think about it, man. And I know he got a long season ahead, but at the same time, you got to think, man, he needs a break. So whatever his injury is, I'm sure it's not major. I'm sure it's just something that just needs some rest. Because at the end of the day, they gonna need rest in this hot heat. Grandizer, yeah, like I said, go check that out. Miss Christy loves sports. Miss Christy, what's up, man?
What's good?
Our good friend, Chicago Bears content creator, man. Did a
Check
great show with her last year. Y'all please go check out, show her some love. You can check out on TikTok as well. So she doing her thing, man. She doing her thing.
yes,
Um,
sir.
Bootleg said we had to get ready for the preseason games or not sit out. The way season is set up, you got to be
Uh,
ready in week one. Yeah, you got to get the breaks in between, man.
we
Basically,
got
what
to have
he's
a
saying.
fast start, y'all. We've been having some slow starts. I'm talking about tires spinning out the gate, but we got
Right.
to have a fast start, man. We need that in Atlanta, man. We got to stop being having all these slow starts, man. We got to get out and be the aggressive, especially them first 4 or 5 weeks. We got a nice little schedule. We got to come out and swing on these folks and punch first and be able to take these folks hits and be able to deliver them right back to them because we got some heavy
Facts.
hitters in the first couple of weeks.
And I think what I like the most of what I seen with James Pearce last Thursday, um, he was at the fire technique, the wide nine or whatever you want to call it. A lot of
Hmm.
people think him as a stand-up guy, zero technique outside linebacker. He can put his hands in the dirt. And at 6'5", 250 pounds, but he likes it more like 260. You gotta expect that. So I think Leonard Floyd is gonna have a big influence because the crazy thing is they're almost the same exact size. I think James Pierce is just a little bit more bulkier because he has a little bit more muscle tone. But as far as height, they're about the same height. So if you think about Leonard Floyd and the way he plays, and you put a James Pierce in that same position, a bigger athlete, probably faster, stronger. But I
Yeah,
just think with Leonard Floyd being there, I think that's going to be an added plus.
right. No, I agree, and I like seeing like these young guys like being able to get in there and they're mixing matching.
No
Been
doubt.
hearing a lot about Khalid Kareem, and he's working a lot with the first team defense, but also hearing about Zach Harrison, of course, Ruka Roro, Brandon Dorless. You want to hear about these young guys getting in there, so mixing it up. And honestly, man, I think it's going to bode well moving forward. Again, like I think this is like back to back days, like Kareem been working with
Digs.
first teams. So it's
Facts.
going to be interesting, man. And you can't have enough pass rushers, honestly. And I know I've been hearing good things about Braylon Trice as well. Like as far as like his development has come back, he even said it himself. He feels 100%. He believes he's 100%. So until he shows otherwise, I'm gonna believe what the man says, because he
Hey,
knows how he's feeling. But
I
I've been
just,
hearing
I just,
stuff about
I
that,
just wish we could have seen him last Thursday. He
bro.
didn't come out to, I think, Saturday when y'all was there. I
Yeah,
think that
yeah.
was his first day out there. So, I mean, I wish I could have seen what he was, he was
He
capable
was
of
rolling with
because,
the second teams.
and what intrigues me the most about him, he did suffer a ACL injury, but it wasn't as significant as your regular ACL. It was a slight tear, but bad enough for them to keep him out for the season. So he had a quicker recovery time. And from what I'm hearing, that bull rush, what we know that strengthening that upper body, that bull rush is showing, that get off is showing. So um, I'm gonna be intrigued the way you can do, it. And that just adds to what we already have in the edge room. You talk about Arnie Ebiketie. So when you look at it, the Falcons have a slew of pass rush talent and something that we haven't seen in a while. And the question I was asked on another show earlier uh, was um, about Terry Fontenot and Raheem Morris are both safe if the Falcons don't make a playoff run. Um, and I answered. I said, my opinion is just my opinion because y'all know I go against the grain. I just speak the truth. I think Terry's put everything in place for Raheem Morris to succeed. So to
Mhm.
me, this year, no matter what happens, because if he's putting talent in place for this team to win, he's going to keep doing that now and on in the future. You just got to put faith in the coach to do the right thing. That's all.
I agree.
But let's welcome Ryan from the Bird Cage, man. What's good, my brother?
What's going on, fam?
Man, how I go another day. Got to keep that lettuce in your pocket to keep the bill collectors off of you. What's happening?
Facts, facts.
What's happening?
Hey,
What's
what's
going on,
good,
man?
man?
Hey,
Shout out to Miss
man,
Karen.
look, I,
Go ahead.
I, I look at it like this, man. When you talk about this pass rush that we've lacked for a long time, I think we finally have something. And honestly, it's just up to the players. I mean, it's up to the coaches at this point to really get this thing rolling because Terry gave everybody everything he needs. To me, I don't feel like his job needs to be gone. at this point
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
he made great moves in the on the financial side of things. He cleared up the books. Outside of clearing up the books, he gave this team pieces. So for him to bring in a guy like JPJ, they're being cautious with Jalen Walker at this point. All you can do is continue to just keep your fingers crossed and just hope that Coach Morris doesn't have a relapse of what he had last year because truthfully, on paper, we have one of the best teams in the game. But the only thing is you got to take it off paper and put it on the grass, fellas.
That's facts. That's facts. Bobby said he worried from what he's hearing. Can James Pearce be that good? Is our offensive line going to be a question mark based on all this good play Mr. Pitts is having? I think it's just he's just that good. Because we all know we have a top five offensive line in the league already. So it's not a question of the offensive line. It's just he's transitioning just that good. And he's gonna be just that good. So it's a plus, to be honest, because we know what each and every one of our offensive lineman weaknesses are. But together, run blocking, they're one of the best in the league, and that's gonna balance out this offense. So yeah, I'm confident in it. What about y'all?
I was just sitting here just thinking about it, and you're absolutely correct. It's definitely James Pierce being that good, but I want to throw a little curve in there because I believe both could be true.
Hold on, Chris. Granddad, I got you. I got the questions all set to the side, so when we get a chance, we'll answer them.
Yes,
I
sir.
got it, brother. Trust me, I got you. Go ahead, Chris.
But yeah, man, I just feel like both could be true. I feel like not saying that we're going to be having a questionable offensive line. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying thinking about he. I know he beat some of the guys sometimes, so he can be that good. But I'm thinking about some of the elite pass rushers, and sometimes they do get past some of our guys, like a Jake Matthews. He didn't have many, but it was a couple that he got the better of them. And at the same time, you're not going to win every rep, since
Right.
it's a rarity that you see that. And the ones that you do see that with, they get paid top dollar, et cetera, when they can consistently do that. But I think a little bit both can be true to a degree. I believe that James Pierce can be one of those elite pass rushers if he continues to, because he has the moves, and that's what he's used to doing, so going after that pass rush. I mean, going after the quarterback. So I think a little bit can both be true, bro. But definitely, I will lean more so toward James Pierce being that good as well. I'm just thinking about Jake Matthews being a little longer in the tooth. That's all.
Yeah, I agree. And y'all notice, and this goes back to this question with Tony Wright is saying his comment. Keep an eye out for Brandon Doris. Look at his Oregon tape. I done that. He very good, very versatile. I think when held Doris back last year, honestly, he had a hard time transitioning, and not only that, I still think with Grady Jarrett being here, they didn't want to take any time from Grady Jarrett because they probably knew they were moving on after the season. So I think he'll get full reps this year. He could possibly be in the starting lineup. Who knows? By year's end, but I expect Dorless to take that next step this year.
Yeah, man. But Dorless was another guy that I was looking at in the draft, and it was funny how he ended up there. I know me and Berto
Absolutely.
was talking about that that year. So it's just like, I'm not surprised that Dorless was actually stashed because I believe that's really what happened more so than anything. I know he has questions about can he pick up
Mike.
what's good, Mike? He has questions about can he pick up the playbook, rightfully so, because he didn't play like that. And then like a lot of times he got snatched right off the field. After like playing like a down or two, he'd get snatched off. So we're interested to see exactly what's going to happen with him. I say moving forward, he has all the opportunity in the world now. There is no Grady Jarrett. There is no Matthew Judon, et cetera, guys who could possibly, slow it down his production. And I believe that, there is some questions, behind him, like, with the TQ grams and all this stuff like that too. But I believe that Doral is right now because he's working a lot with the first teams. Obviously, they're giving him the opportunity to beat out all those guys to get that opportunity. So I'm looking forward to Dorless, man. Again, one of the guys that had a top pressure rate coming out of college, man. Seriously.
Right. And like I said, he was versatile. He moved from end to tackle. So you'll see a lot of that in Atlanta as well. Bag say he believes JPJ is a generational talent that could be a better pass rusher than Walker, and I can absolutely see that. And the reason why I say that, James Pearce is a natural pass rusher.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Walker is a freak of nature. Jalen Walker, you're going to be able to use him anywhere on the field. He can cover.
Mm-hmm.
He can get after the quarterback. Good run stopper. Anything you can name, he can do is spy the quarterback. So yeah, you expect James Pearce to do that. And honestly, this was their plan, which is why they took both of these guys. One of them was going to be the guy that could do it all, and one of them was going to be the pass rusher that could get after the quarterback. So it played out perfectly. So Bags, that's a great comment, and it's absolutely true. And I feel like he will be a better pass rusher because I think they're going to use Jalen Walker in more ways than one. He's going to be a Michael Parsons type talent. Now he could get a good bit of sacks as well, because you got to think Michael Parsons got about 50-some sacks already in his career, and he's only been in the league 4 years, and he already has 50 sacks. So yeah,
it is the way that they're using them again. It goes down to what you're saying about the coaching staff, using them the correct way. And if they want to put them in a pass rush situation like him, you know what I'm saying? Like if they want to do that, then so be it. But having these two guys, that's the reason why you don't have to call Dallas, you know what I'm saying, to see what they want for Parsons. You know, it's like having these guys, you can groom your own guys now. And these guys could possibly be that type of a player, multiple Pro Bowls, wreaking havoc on the offense. That's what we're trying to get. And I believe that we got two guys that possibly can do that, especially James Pearce, because that's his specialty, getting after that quarterback. He already has the moves. And then I know a training camp, I don't know if you had seen when he was coming off the edge before, and he did that little arm bar and got up underneath. Man, he has moves, man. I can't lie. The man has moves. He has size.
He was the most polished pass rusher in this draft. And anybody tell you the different, they lie. Because when you look at his Tennessee tape, he was inside, outside, shooting gaps. He was doing it all. But let's get these questions out the way. Okay. Grandizer wanted to know his thoughts on 2025 CBS Sports NFL triplets quarterback ranking, running back, wide receiver, tight end list, and where do the Falcons rank on this list? Did you cover this list already? No, I actually haven't seen it yet. Nope, I haven't seen it. No, I haven't seen it. I'll go check it out soon. Get off air.
Right, I'm about to say, damn, that might have to be another video right there.
Yeah, probably. Grandizer, appreciate it, man. Would you be surprised if Jeff becomes our coach? Absolutely not. I think he's been in line for a while now. It did not work out well with the Jets because they were pretty much programmed up under Robert Saleh. So that's probably why it didn't work out. But I could see him becoming our coach. But
in order for that to happen, you already know what's got to happen.
Right, Raheem Morris got to be gone.
Right, a dismal season. I don't want to go through that again, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to either. So,
and it could happen.
Root for Raheem this year because he has all the groceries. We say the analogy all the time about Terry growing. Terry was cooking. Terry got all the groceries, etc. So it just, what are you going to do, Raheem? What are you going to do, Jeff? You know what I'm saying? Right. Zach, everybody. So it just, what are you going to do with it now?
Yeah, absolutely. But I think when they do go out, if they have to hire another coach, I think it'll be another veteran guy. I don't know. It could be Albrecht, but I think they'll go out, outside the box because you remember Belichick almost was the coach. So I think they'll lead towards more of a seasoned guy. Because I feel like with all the talent that they have, a seasoned guy probably fits the bill a little bit better.
Right.
Christian wants to know record predictions. I'm gonna stay middle of the road, man. I'm gonna stay 11-6. That's gonna be my prediction, but that could change as time goes on. But we're gonna do a prediction show before the season starts. So check back in with us then, Christian.
If I had to just give a prediction, I would probably I'll go at least 10 wins, at least 10. Like, we got to get into double digits. 9 would be cool. I mean, it'd be a winning season, but come on now. We got to get 10 wins or better. We got
We're going to cover Jimmy Horn, AJ Terrell. That's easy. That might be the number 2 guy. That depends. Where the number 2 guy lines up. If he lines up in the slot, I think Billy Bowman, who I think is going to get that nickel spot, I think he'll be on Jimmy Horn. Or if he plays outside, it'll probably be Mike Hughes, and Mike Hughes is fast enough to keep up with him. So that's my answer to that one. Go ahead, Chris. My bad.
Oh no, I was looking at man. My bad. I was looking at a little super chat. So Bag say I see Walker is a true Mike, but will splash him at edge and blitz him more than just set him at edge. Walker has to move around, of course, and that's the whole point. That's
He's
what
going to
another
focus.
reason why in the draft. I was about to say that's another reason in the draft why it took so long to make that pick because they wanted James Pearce, but it's like man, all the things that Walker can do, just like you said, being that Mike. And ultimately, I believe that's where he's going to be anyway. We'll be able to move him around. He's better in coverage than James Pearce. Again, Pearce is, let me get to the quarterback, not necessarily dropping him back in coverage. Walker can be that guy that you move around and see him in all different type of formations. So just to have that Swiss Army knife is a luxury for the Atlanta Falcons. And you went and got your edge rusher that you wanted to get anyway. So you're going to have these guys working in tandem, something that they've been doing in camp the entire time when they've been so far that they've been on the field together. They've been in tandem. So they're keeping them together so they can get familiarity of going on, that chemistry, camaraderie, etc.
Facts. And Bad said, I agree, man. And I think he's going to be more of an edge rusher this year, from what I've been seeing. He's going to be more of an exclusive edge this year. But in certain schemes, I could see him at middle linebacker this year, especially when we play these mobile quarterbacks. Because when you have a young guy like Xavier Watson, Billy Bowman, who can also come off the edge as edge rushers as defensive backs, you're going to see a lot of blitzing with this team. And I think with the Jets, you saw a lot of it. You saw it with the defensive backs. You saw it with the safeties. So expect a blitzes to come from all different directions. And this is why I made the comment. I can see them, using a lot of the zone blitz type stuff what Pittsburgh used, because they use everybody on that defense to get after the quarterback. And Zach Harrison, my apologies, Zach Harrison is going to be a major key to this as well, because he's one of those guys, big guys that can drop back while the safety or the linebacker going in after the quarterback. So it's just going to be interesting to see how they twist and turn things. But with a piece like Walker, who's a Michael Parsons type talent, they can move him from one end to the other, from the middle, dropping back in coverage, just do what they want to do. And it's just interesting to see what they're going to do with that.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct, family. What we got here? How much longer?
Yeah, this your question.
Oh, Lord. EQRC. What it do, family? Said, how much longer are the Falcons going to keep Troy Anderson? They dumped Jared after one injury, but keep Anderson after injury.
My bad.
No. Injury after that was it. No, I mean, you think about it with the Grady situation, that came down to money. We wasn't going to offer him that 28 guaranteed. That's really what got him into Chicago. He kind of fleeced the Bears. When I don't know if Miss Christie's still here. I don't want to talk too loud. But seriously though, man. I'm just saying, like 28 mil guaranteed. We weren't going to do that. And for the production, we weren't going to pay that. So, it was time to move on and, on to the future. And hopefully one of these guys can step up and be, at least giving us what Grady gave us, outside of what he could present in the locker room. But ultimately, Troy Anderson, man, for me, man, he's definitely on the bubble. For those who have been watching us, I've been on Troy Anderson for a good reason, because we haven't seen him. His availability just has not been there. So again, he is on the bubble for me. I would not be surprised if he ends up cut. I know they want to try to ride that all the way until the wheels fall off, but we don't know, man. Maybe the wheels are already off. Right now, he's on the PUP list. We're into pads.
And that's not a good sign.
Right, we're in the pads unless he shows up on Thursday off the PUP list. All of a sudden, we're going to go into August with Troy Anderson not hitting the field as far as like being able to get real active work. He can get that
probably
work on the sideline.
I think it'll probably, if he comes back in the preseason, it'll be the last game. You remember when we had Michael Walker a couple years ago?
I do remember Mike.
They had him on the field with the third team.
They did
to see if he was gonna make the team.
We said it then, Smitty. We was like, that's not good, Michael. We was like, that's not good. And then what happened?
Get
You know,
cut.
but that's what I can see that same scenario being for Troy, man. I mean, yeah, second round pick, contract year, all those things, but it's just like how long, like a good question, because how long are we going to keep guys like Troy Anderson when we possibly can replace him with other guys or a different position, you know, saying keep an extra position because we like multiple guys. It's interesting. This is not let's gang up on Troy Anderson. This is a hey, we haven't seen enough of you. And I know some guys who are healthy, who are trying to make this team. And I'm
Right.
just saying, if and another thing is you're losing days. So other guys are getting seen. Regardless, you're losing days. So, you know, I mean, it just it'd be
Just what it is.
it'd be interesting to see. I definitely for sure.
Yeah, but Willie M want to know about Carlos Washington being running back 3. Uh, Natrone Brooks, Kobe Bryant making the roster. As far as running back 3, I think it's gonna come down to that final preseason game
Mm,
because what we saw out of the kid from the UFL, dude can fly. Dude
mm,
is fast. He got good hands. I think his name is Corbin, if I'm not mistaken. I can't think of his first name, but I know his last name is Corbin. We
yeah,
saw him out at practice last Thursday. Dude got some wheels.
nice
And if
side.
he
Yeah.
and if he doesn't make this as a running back, he may stay on as a special teams guy, or that I know he will definitely make the practice squad. And if he make the practice squad, somebody's gonna snatch him, especially a team that needs a running back. So I could see him making the team. Carlos Washington, he's been here a couple of years.
Right.
Was last year, 2023, because I remember seeing him at the open practice. Um, I could see Carlos Washington making the team, but that Corbin kid is going to be tough to overcome. As far as Kobe Bryant, I let Chris talk about that, then I'll take a shot at it.
Oh well, I mean, well, just to end on the Carlos Washington, it's Carlos' job to lose between those two of those guys. Carlos is already a veteran, already been here, already have, you know, should I say the equity within the team if there is any. But see, then it's saying Natron and Kobe. See, now that right there is hard for me because I like Natron Brooks, and I believe that Natron Brooks can be a player that you can use in situational formations. But at the same time, you can't deny Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant is literally one of the most popular, if not the most popular, undrafted free agent that you have ever seen. And then he's in
I know in my
ATL.
time, yeah.
Yeah, he's in ATL now as well. So I mean, Kobe Bryant, he's now off the NFI list, so the non football injury list. So
Right.
he was out there, and Raheem was checking, you know, seeing what he got going on. He was started out with the cornerbacks, with the DBs, and he was looking to see what Kobe has, you know, checking out the whole really everything that he has going on as far as his movement, his feet, hips, everything. He was just checking them out. So hopefully Kobe Bryant can impress the coach enough to stay on this roster because I'm telling you, I really feel like if he hits the practice squad, no matter what, it's going to be a team that's going to just make some room for him, even if they're just going to bring him in.
Right. And perfect team I could see him is Pittsburgh. He fits what they like to do with that zone blitz, and he plays zone very well. That would be a dream spot for him.
I can see
Shout out to
somebody
my
within the
go ahead, go
division.
ahead.
And I about to say,
Yeah.
I can see somebody within the
Saints.
division taking them
Yeah,
just
Saints. Yeah.
because, just because. So we
Saints
don't need
need Saints definitely need corners with Tyron Matthews just retiring. And they
that.
lost their the other best corner. I think his name, I can't think of his name, but I think he's with the Giants now. So they need cornerbacks. But shout out to my boy Greg, Custom Kicks. Shout out to Greg, man. He said, "What's up? Check out them Braves custom felines in the group.
Hmm.
I just did. I abbreviated feline for a reason. If you know,
Yes,
you
sir.
know. Much
Forever, I
love.
love Atlanta.
Shout out to Greg, man. When we get the season going, I'm gonna download some pictures so y'all can see his work. He does very good work on custom
Yes,
kicks.
he does. I
Does
still
kicks for
get some.
does kicks for celebrities, man. Big Get from Goody Mob is one of them, and he's done multiple for him. But he can customize any kind of shoe. If you got any idea in your head, he can customize it. He can put it together, and y'all can find him at custom GQB Custom Kicks, and you can find that on Instagram. Hit him up if you want to get a custom shoe, man, because he does his damn thing. And
Straight out
again,
of
Greg,
work.
man, thank you for being a great supporter, and thank you for the donation. I truly appreciate it.
Facts, man. Facts.
Yeah, Elijah, I said 11-6.
11
Yeah,
is
this
hey,
this my high school classmate. He's a Browns fan.
oh,
And
what's good, man? Y'all treat should do it right up there, man.
I'm
Seeing
telling you, I'm telling you.
yeah, 11-6.
Dan, what's up, my guy? Yeah, but go ahead.
No, I was just saying, man. Oh well, dang, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, you were talking about the 11-6. And I know a lot of folks were saying that. I'm just giving really like some cushion. And the thing about it is, this is not our official, stamping the, I said, as far as like our predictions or anything like that. It's kind of like still early. We still got to marinate. Still got to see exactly what's going on with with the rest of training camp. But I will say, I'm just giving some cushion because we do have some young guys. We do have to work out a few kinks.
Do I
We're
need to pull up the cornerbacks right fast so you can give a better assessment?
no, not even that. I'm just saying, like as
I'm
far as
talking
the
about
whole
for them to
entire,
see it because
I'm just,
this cornerback room is pretty deep. So
yeah, the cornerback room is deep, but just think about. I'm just talking about just the young guys that we have on the squad. We got a lot of young guys that got a state, state they claim on this league. So I'm just giving just a little room. That's why I still say at least 10 wins. But I really want to say like 12-5. I know I went somewhere in that area last year, but I'm 12 between 10 and 12 wins. But I'm gonna just stay, I said at least 10. That's why I say at least 10.
I can see that. I can see that. John Marino, shout out to you, man. All the way from Galveston, Texas, man. Shout out to Texas, man. My cousin actually lives in Texas, man. So shout out to you, man. But he said, "What's going on, Kirk Cousins? Will they trade or cut him?" I think he's here for the long run, man. Honestly, because they'll have a solid backup or guaranteed backup. And if you want to ask, and I said this early on in the interview as well. If it's one team right now that I think I could see him being traded to, it's probably Indianapolis. And a lot of y'all say, well, they got two quarterbacks. But just think about this. Anthony Richardson is not coming along as they would have wanted. So he's going to be one of those guys that he could be a backup this year while Daniel Jones take over until he keeps developing. And we know Daniel Jones is super inconsistent. So Daniel Jones only lasts as far as Daniel Jones can, and he ripped the Jones off for what $90 million, I think. Then you got to think about this as well. If he's inconsistent and Anthony Richardson inconsistent, and they have a decent record to where you think they can make a playoff run, Kirk Cousins could be in Indianapolis also because they had a cap space to pay off that 15 to 20 million, however million it is, that the Falcons want. And even if they don't pay the whole thing, they have enough to at least get half, which is about 15 million. So I can see the Colts.
Kirk Cousins is gonna be an Atlanta Falcon, y'all. He's not going anywhere unless somebody gets significantly injured. I just don't believe anyone's gonna take on that contract unless they're really desperate and needs to. This is gonna be Kirk Cousins. You see, I have a tablet right here. Tablet. This is gonna be Kirk Cousins on the sideline.
Rick Hold it up again. I had the thing on the screen. Hold it up again. Hold
it. This is the tablet. I'm saying Kirk Cousins is gonna be, I'm saying holding the tablet. I'm saying looking at it. Giving Michael Penix the pointers and all the information that he needs. I'm saying asking him what is he seeing, telling him what he, I'm saying what Kirk is seeing. So they're gonna be getting that chemistry and everything going with the ball cap.
Yeah,
with the ball cap pulled down.
Let me see.
I don't have a helmet, so I can't put the helmet on. But honestly speaking, yeah, that's what I'm seeing for Kirk Cousins. The only way he's getting off this team at this point, because we're already paying him, only way he gets off this team now is if someone gets significantly injured to the point to where they want to take on that contract and take on as much as the Falcons want them to take on, etc.
Right.
Out of that, I see him being our backup because it only makes sense for him to be the backup right now. We're going closer to the season. Yes, I want him off this team as much as anybody else. I understand that. But you got to look at it from a different angle right now.
Yeah, looking from a business perspective.
Right.
They pay
and insurance, regardless.
Insurance, absolutely.
But at the end of the day, I'd rather have multiple capable quarterbacks than only one, and then a Hail Mary after him. We've already been through that. So right now, I'm good with Kurt being exactly where he is, running with the second teams. I'm hearing good things about him as far as like how he looks, his shoulder, his mechanics, all that stuff like that. So I'm like, hey, whatever it is, stay ready. And if we don't need you, that's a good thing.
Facts. Question from Grandize. He said, Chris, Smitty and Chris, to you, what separates this season excitement from years past? Besides just a new year, what is really giving hope that fans should watch as well?
Hmm.
I'm gonna put it simple like this, Grandizer. The excitement for me is knowing what we did the first 9 games last year with much less talent. And to see what they did this offseason, going out, getting the 2 edge rushers in the draft, then going to get a third first round pick in Xavier Watts, Billy Bowman. Then you look at what they brought in with Leonard Floyd experience. So as me and Chris talked about, when you put that together with the offense that we bringing back, you can't really help but to be excited. And I know, we get let down sometimes, but with the energy we seen out there last Thursday, and Chris was there Saturday, and I know it was much more. Uh, it was just even different from 2 years ago when Desmond Ritter was a starting quarterback. It was just different.
The
So
support, the
yeah,
support is different, bro. You think about it, it's and you got to stop reading my notes and stuff like that too. I talk to you too much and stuff. But yeah, man. Now, seriously though, man. All jokes aside, when you think about it from years past, were we really excited about Desmond Ritter as much? I mean, I ain't gonna lie, we had some excitement, but not as much for Michael Penix. Now,
right,
Marcus Mariota, I don't think anybody was necessarily excited about that. So the quarterback position has been upgraded, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like Smitty said, through 9 games, we were 6-3 with Kirk Cousins. At the end of the day, we did not have as much talent right now that we did last year. We have more talent now. Also, you think about this, the secondary did get stronger, but guess what was one of our strengths last year? The secondary. When you look at the numbers, taking the ball away and stuff like that, that was one of our strengths last year. So we did improve that area, getting Bowman, getting Watts. Still got Jesse Bates back there, bringing over Jordan Fuller, who's familiar with the coach. We have, some guys that has attitude like Kobe Bryant trying to make the team, like Simeon Barrow. I said Malik Vernon. You have a bunch of different guys. We have a plethora full of competition in this camp, and you're going to come out with the best guys wearing Falcons jerseys, and that's something that that we should be so excited about. That we could never say that we have a deep defensive line. If we just go through the line about potential guys that can be there, you just look at it. This line has never been this deep. You think about the linebacker core. We have never been that excited about the linebacking core. Divine Diablo is such a question mark, but it's a good question mark because we've heard good things about him. He does, like, honestly, the TV doesn't do him justice because, like, Smitty, when we was out there, we seen Divine Diablo. We was like, man, we did not know that he was that big.
man,
But
dude
there's
is huge.
that fast. Like, he was running step for step with Bijan, right? So it's just like we have multiple reasons to be excited about this season. Good young talent. Yes, it's going to be learning curves. We know that everybody has them. But at the same time, man, you look at the whole totality of everything that's happened. Terry cooking in the offseason, us being able to see this up close and personal. There is so many reasons that we can keep going on and on about, I feel like, to be excited about this season. So it just feels different.
Facts. And to have, a quarterback coming back for a second year in a row, and one that you confident in, seeing how last year ended, that's all we need to see. That's confidence for you, man. That's confidence for you. But let's see. Octavius Dixon, what's good, my guy? Thank you
What's
for
good,
always tuning in, man. You've been following me for a minute.
Yes.
Let's see.
No.
Mike, feel we got some good undrafted free agents in the class. Nick Nash,
Yes.
Kobe Bryant, Simeon Barrow. Who do you think make the roster? Actually, I can see all three making the roster. And I'm gonna just keep it simple. And the reason why, about Nick Nash, I feel like we could use him at receiver. Now, DJ Chark coming in made it a little bit tougher, but I still feel like he can make it. Kobe Bryant, I think he can make it as a depth piece because even though we resigned D. Offord, if he shows in preseason he can outplay D. Offord, even though D. Offord helps with special team with punt return, I still think Kobe Bryant has an outside shot because he fits this zone scheme defense much better than any other corner except AJ and Mike Hughes, because Mike Hughes played with Jerry Gray, so that's how he's up on things. But as far as Kobe Bryant is fit, absolute good fit. Simeon Barrow, I talked about it on the defensive line show.
Really
Simeon Barrow,
good.
I feel like with Kentavious Street and Taquan Graham, those two veterans, and then with the depth we have at the defensive tackle position, I feel like he can overtake both of those guys. One, because he's young, two, because he's a pass rusher, and three, he has more fight. So I can see all three of those guys make it.
Yep, I like it, man. Hey, Smitty, you were hitting on all cylinders right there. Nick Nash is another guy. Give us a different element in that wide receiver room. Does have some competition with Chark and Chris Blair. Let's not forget about him as well.
Right.
And he has been having
Another former starter,
and
a
he has been
fill-in guy.
a good camp. So, I mean, so far it's still the beginning, but he has been having a good camp. Kobe Bryant again, coming off the NFI list, going to be, it's a factor in this what I say training camp. So hopefully, we hope. So I'm hoping that he can make this roster again. I don't want to necessarily see him on the practice squad because again, I don't feel like we're going to keep him. So, and the Simeon Barrow, you can kind of make the honest case for him as well. I believe he's going to make it the hot seat for a lot of different people down there, like a TQ Graham, like a LaKale London. This guy Simeon Barrow, he's going to be coming to play, and the guys gotta have that buckle that chin strap pretty tight, man, because these guys are coming. I can't wait to see it all the competition in full stride when the joint practices happen, when the Tennessee Titans pull up and we really can see some real true malice against some guys who are not some friendlies. Man, I can't wait to see it, man. I really want to see what that's going to be like. And I got a question for you and for the chat, because we love to do that.
Before you get to that question, I gotta give a shout out to our boy M Dub, man.
What's good,
Came
M?
all the way, came all the way from Germany to
M-Dub.
chill with us, man. So shout out to M Dub, man. He's doing his thing, man. Have a safe trip back to Germany and make it back home to the US safe, my brother. Go ahead, Chris.
I just want to know, everyone, how many snaps, how many series, quarters, whatever you guys want to break it down. How much playing time do you guys want to see these young guys in preseason? Thank you, fam.
That's a good question, man. I think a lot of these guys, I would say from second string all the way to undrafted free agent, they're going to play a lot of the second half. We're hearing that the starters may not play a lot, and I think that's a mistake because I think with Michael Penix going to his second year and him only having 3 games under his belt, he still needs to get in rhythm with these guys. So he at least, to me, needs to play at least the first quarter of these games. So I think they'll play at least the second half of games at the least, and the ones that stick out from the rest, they'll get the most of the playing time in the second half of those games. So that is what I'm intrigued to see. Who is going to step up to win that playing time in the preseason and possibly make the back end of the roster or the practice squad?
It's going to be interesting, man. That's what I'm saying. We have such a good problem to have, something that we just have not had in Atlanta. Just hearing you just outline it all, man. And again, the competition that we have, we've been talking about it a few times. Don't mention it because it's really like an upswing in talent from compared to last year. And I know everybody gets better, things get happen, but this team on paper right now still eclipse everything that we did last year.
It's all good, Lonzy, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Doug High, 225 certified. Appreciate you, my brother.
Yes, sir. But yeah,
Screwball want to know. I'm an undrafted free agent, make the team. If I'm thinking right off the top of my head right now, is it 3? I would say 4 because I think
Joshua Simons.
Yeah, that's who I'm looking at. Absolutely. I'm thinking Nick Nash, Simeon Barrow, Kobe Bryant, Joshua Simon. Those would be my 4. If they make the roster, I think all of them have an excellent chance of making the practice squad. But you don't want any one of those guys to get away because you got to remember the reason why I say Joshua Simon, I'm glad you brought that up, is because it is Kyle Pitts' contract year. And the crazy thing is Kyle Pitts is younger than Joshua Simon. Ain't that stupid? Yeah, I think he's going to be a viable backup, and Charlie Warner is the backup right now. So if Joshua Simon can somehow win that 3rd tight end spot, it's going to be good because you talk about a guy who can block a good red zone target. So yeah, Joshua Simon would be number 4 on my list.
Yeah, I agree, man. With all those ones you just said, trying to think if there's any be any sleeper in that. Maybe Quincy Skinner, but I mean that's another wide receiver. So if he
Right.
makes the team and him and Nick Nash makes the team, that will be letting me know that either the wide receiver room is going to be crazy deep, or we're going to be seeing or we have seen the last of some veterans on this team that we are used to.
Right. Absolutely. Auntie Joy stopping in to holler at his man. She said 12 and 5.
12-5. I love it.
Sh-
I love it.
Shout
That's
out
what
to
I love it.
shout out to my sister, man. She always there, man. Always there. That's his name, Vontae Parsons Debo. Yeah, he's not in New Orleans anymore.
No,
So
no, I think he is in New York, like you said. I believe they signed him to maybe like a 3-year deal or something like that.
hey Lunzy, go to Instagram and you'll see Greg Custom Kicks. You will find him and trust me, you'll know who he is because he doing his thing with them custom shoes. He made some Friday the 13th Air Force One. They were super dope. Like Auntie Joy said, man, y'all mash that like button, man, to help us get them recommendations up, like I always say. Yeah, granddaughter, that's Auntie Joy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll be ready. It's just right now, it's just resting. Nobody's going to be 100% going into the season. Let's keep it real, because you even get banged up in training camp, because that's why people get hurt in training camp as well.
Right,
I,
right, man. I'm hoping that it is, man. We need Darnell Mooney week one, regardless. We need to have all our guns blazing, you know what I'm saying, at these Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I know I was hoping that we would see
Mike,
Tampa Bay. What's good, Mike? I was hoping we would get Tampa Bay for week one, and we did. So now it's just time to go after it. And it said, Chris, hit us with that 2025 Falcons schedule. And who are your wins, losses, and ties? Well, we ain't gonna have no ties. And
nah, we actually did a scheduled preview show, so you can go check that out on either one of our pages as well. See, that's what I'm saying. We
we're gonna
doing
have
shows all the time, so when you ask the
we'll
question,
have to do another one, of
yeah,
course.
we'll do another before the season start. Absolutely, and it'll probably be after the last preseason game because we'll have 2 weeks to warm up. So
Right.
yeah.
So my thing is, I don't want to feel like I'm the bearer of bad news or nothing like that. I'm just bringing it to our attention so we can talk about it. So I believe Darnell Mooney is going to be fine, but I can't overlook the fact that a shoulder injury prevented him to be 1,000-yard receiver last year, and now we're back on a shoulder injury.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I still believe he's going to be fine. I still believe he's going to be productive, going to get 1,000 yards or more this season. But is there anyone that is slightly concerned about that at all? That's all.
I'm not concerned,
Mhm,
and this is why we may keep extra receivers even on the practice squad,
mhm.
because we all know injuries gonna happen. Same thing with Drake London, same thing with Ray McLeod, anybody else on this team. But if he keep doing making stupid things like he did, like when we saw him hurt his shoulder, oh yeah, he's gonna get hurt again. Because when we were standing there, he made the catch. Well, he missed the catch, came down on his shoulder. Chris said, "Why did you jump? Why did you even jump?"
Man,
So when
just
you when you make
you
bonehead
know
decisions,
how
sometimes you pay
that
for it.
adrenaline. You know that adrenaline get going. You be like, I got this.
Let's see. Highly unlikely you know who is a super thin at quarterback, the Vikes. Man, JJ gets injured, they are done. Absolutely correct.
Man,
Absolutely.
you have to be
Long time since I caught you. What up, Chris? My full sale brother. I
what's
hope I
good,
didn't miss much. Hey, Troy, it's been a minute, man. Look, trust me, if you want to catch up, go to either our page. Anything that's been talked about, we talked about it. So you
man.
can catch up on either one of our page. But
Yes, sir.
appreciate it. Glad to have you back, my brother.
Yes, sir. What is good?
Joy
Yeah,
said she hoped coaches played the starters for a couple of snaps. I would
yeah,
say
man.
at least the first series or the first 2 series. Either one of those first series, the first 2 series, I'd be satisfied. They ain't got to play no more after that.
To be honest with you, it all depends on the games. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing at least one of the games to where at least all my guys get maybe a quarter in. I know. They could get hurt. They can get hurt at anything. They can get hurt getting out the tub. So it's just like at the end of the day, man, I want our guys to get reps. That's what I'm looking at. Repetition. The more you see something happens, the more you're going through it, the better you should be getting at it. And I just want to be ready, getting out fast out the gate. I understand we've had injuries, but if we just be sitting back and try to put bubble wrap on the guys all the time, it's just like we're never going to see exactly what the guys have. Like, and then when we do see it, it's like week 4, week 5, when we could have possibly been seeing it at least sooner. I just want to get to a fast start. And if we get to a fast start, I believe it'll bode well, especially with this, how we got, man, we have not, I don't want to call it murder's row to start the season, but it is difficult. Seriously, we got teams that are hungry, that are trying to come after. We got divisional teams, all that stuff. So it's just like, guys, we have to be clicking on all cylinders. It got to be like that old school drumline thing when my man was saying one band, one sound. We have to be like that. We have to be all on one accord. This is a huge season for everybody involved, the coaching staff, the players. We have so many guys that have never even tasted. There were good players who've never even tasted, in the playoffs. All this stuff need to change. All of that.
Bags, I can't talk about that because I already done got a warning about it. So
yeah, that was crazy, YouTube. But we ain't gonna talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna let it go.
We ain't gonna talk about it.
Yeah, I can't talk about that one, but I trust me, I wouldn't mind having him because like I said, we got veterans on this team already that's really not pass rushes. And I think Christian Wilkins brings a combination of run stopping and pass rush. That would be crazy good for this defense. And it would add depth.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Again, like I said before, if he's here though, you're gonna have to cut some fat.
Right.
You're gonna have to cut some fat.
June say first 4 picks play a quarter. I could see that.
Yeah, bro.
First rounders.
Come on now. Like, especially like, again, we're talking about Jalen Walker. Again, he's been going full throttle the entire, season, working out, getting drafted, et cetera, et cetera. So I believe he's gonna be fine. Do the management, especially if that's all it really is. Do the management. What's good, Uncle Lou?
Our favorite Uncle Lou in the house. What's good, Uncle Lou?
What it do?
Tyler Algiers' uncle, man. If y'all don't know, if this y'all first time tuning in, big supporter of the show, man. He spent entire draft night, first round with us. So shout out to him, man. And Chris actually met him in person in Vegas, so pretty cool dude, man.
I'm talking about really cool, man. It was great, linking up with Uncle Lou, man, in Vegas. It was cool, man. Excellent time.
Hey, Bags, I'm gonna do a video on this tomorrow because I seen the betting line for pennies over and under today, and I'm gonna do a video on tomorrow. And trust me, I did a video about somebody said they could see him throwing for 5,000. I could see it too, but I'm gonna be realistic, so I had that video out sometime tomorrow.
Right.
D'Angelo Terrell says D'Angelo Malone out doing there. We have the same first name, and the crazy thing, I shared the same birthday with him. Really rooting for him. He was a beast in high school in Ellenwood. I've heard about that. Man. I've heard about that. He was a beast in college too. It's not easy to get 34 sacks. I don't care what level you play at. And when the crazy thing about it, when he hit the field last year, first time he got a chance, what does he do? Get 2 sacks.
Yep. That's what I'm saying, man. He was used situational toward the end of the year. I believe that the Falcons want to try to figure out a way to use him. That's another reason why you're on this team. You can't have enough pass rushers. I mean, even Leonard Floyd said that himself. What's good, Zay? Appreciate that.
Shout out to Zay, man. Zay, go check Zay out on YouTube. I think I got to be shot because I'm the fat dude. But
well, I'll be Kobe, but I'll pass it to you. Just make sure you still keep that mentality. You know what I'm saying?
Just don't take me to Colorado and I'm good.
You ain't got to worry about it.
Okay. But appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you, sis. Love you.
Yes,
love
sir.
You, love you.
Smitty got 15K on the way to 20K.
I ain't forgot about y'all. I'm just trying to put something together to see what I want to do with that 15K show like I did at 10K. I think 10K was a lot more special because I think it's like 80%, 83% don't even make it to 10,000. So that was a monumental goal, man. That was my goal from the start. Now that I passed that, I'm gonna hike it all the way up to 100,000. Gonna get that gold plaque on that silver plaque on the wall.
Hey, man, we trying to go
So,
for it. We got goals, man.
so we gonna transition this, William. I'm glad you brought that up.
Uh-oh.
We got to talk about it right quick, and
Gonna end the show. Go end
we're
the
gonna
show sharp, huh? Go end the show sharp.
end the show sharp. Before I do, shout out to my boy Scorpio, man. Scorpio has been following
Good,
me for
family.
God knows how long. Ever since I probably had 8 subscribers. So shout out to Scorpio, man. Big homie. I think he's up north, if I'm not mistaken. But my brother, appreciate you for always checking on me, always support me. I truly, truly appreciate it. So let's get back to this clown.
Oh,
William Amon, thank you for bringing this up, because this is what we're gonna close the show out with.
Smitty lost for words, y'all.
I mean, how do you see? This is one thing that, and the crazy thing is, he kind of grew up like me. He grew up in rural Georgia, in the country. Not much. Grandparents raised him and his brother. And he ended up making to the NFL. And absolutely, he went to this. Well, my daughter attended the same college at Savannah State that he attended. So he came from humble beginnings. But we all know money changed people and it made you look at life different. And look, I'm telling you, learn to stay humble. Go find somebody your own age. Now I know Dion got Carucci. I know these older guys got these younger girls.
Mm-hmm.
But when you've been warned one time to stay out of that range, do it. Because guess what? And what happened with that situation, it probably was she got mad because you wouldn't do what she wanted you to do. So guess what? She said, I'm gonna get mine either way. And she got it. So now she can just retire, not ever work again, because $23 million, I'm pretty sure, is going to last her the rest of her life. I don't care if she try to blow $1 million a year. She's going to have that money the rest of her life. And she could get book deals, interviews. She's going to make more money.
Because people going to want to know what they call it, the T. People going to want to know that. So she's definitely going to get, if people haven't already reached out to her to at least get that. I know they say 15 minutes of fame. She may get 20. She may get 20 minutes. So it's just like, this is really a epic situation. And honestly, I feel like us all as men should really pay attention to what's going on right here. Because all of us inspire to at least dream to have the type of money that Shannon Sharpe has accumulated. But still, it doesn't mean you're not to be irresponsible with the money. At the end of the day, you just played yourself off TV. Now you're gonna have more opportunities because you're Shannon Sharpe.
I'm gonna hold you to that. You better be on the show.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But you're Shannon Sharpe.
Oh, yeah.
You have all the different situations going on. You're talented. You're profitable. You know what I'm saying? You have a way with words, and you're a Hall of Famer. I feel like
I got you, Scorpio. Appreciate you. I remember that.
Goddamn, Smitty.
I mean, look, I have so many followers, man. I just
but no, all jokes aside, seriously though, y'all, we gotta be honest with ourselves, and we gotta be honest with this. This is a crazy situation. Like, if we weren't on live, I'd be talking differently, because honestly, like, you really played yourself on television. Yeah, you played yourself on television, man. You had a job with ESPN. At the end of the day, that's
just that simple. Just that simple.
Just that simple, man. Whatever. It's just like, you just got to stop doing that, because at the end of the day, you are still setting an example for young kids growing up who emulate you, who want to have as much as you're doing, and they see something like this. ESPN wouldn't want to be associated with anything like that. That's what I mean about playing yourself off TV. And yeah, she went after 50, but she darn near got half. 23? Come on now. I mean, at the end of the day, that's just not the way to do things. And honestly, I wish I had 23 mil to to even, you know what I'm saying, have to worry about something like that. I wish I was in that situation, but thank God it ain't me, because I look at this and I pin this in the back of my head, and I'm just like, if you're ever in that situation, if you're ever even close to that situation, you have to, in the words of Deion Sanders, keep the main thing the main thing.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
because at the end of the day, you are now caught up in a situation. I know you like, thank God it's over now, but you still got this hanging over your head. You already had prior stuff going on with the whole phone, Instagram, even though we know that was staged. And you just got all this other mess
Appreciate you.
on. They
Appreciate you.
already tried to take Shay from you. And now, you know, so you have this.
Oh, they did. He lost all his sponsors from that show.
So that's what I'm saying, bro. That my point. Already tried to, you know, take all that away from you and completely shut down the show. They want the show completely shut down. So at least, you know, you have an interview here and there. And now the ESPN thing, all because of whatever happened with you and a female, bro. Like, it just, I never would want to be in that situation to where everything I'm working hard for is demoralized, and it's also compromised because I don't compromise my position. I'm not staying heavy on my pivot, and instead,
Right.
you know, I'm out here just messing up the money.
I just don't get it, bro. And I'm telling you, that Cat Williams interview put a big target on his back, only because of the money he made off of it. He made millions off that interview,
bro.
And when he started signing bigger deals, he became a bigger target. Why? Because they know when you get money. I mean, look, he even said it himself. The lawyer that was her lawyer was a lawyer that represented celebrities, well, clients going after celebrities. So she knew what she was doing, and the lawyer knew what he was doing. So when you have a target on your back, man, you just have to move different. And if you gonna do that, man, hire professional escorts on one of these professional escort sites. Don't go to IG or OnlyFans. Come on, man, because you know what they after. Do it the professional way. They look, man. True story. Saw it on HBO. They even have a place called a bunny ranch out somewhere in the middle of the desert. Go out there.
Nah,
Pay
man.
for it that way. Where you know it's gonna be an NDA where you ain't got to worry about none of it coming back.
Bro, you know how it be. As a man, for real, you never, when you already know what she on, like my thing is, you sign the NDA, right? You go out there to, let's say you go out there to one of them ranches.
Appreciate you.
At the end of the day, you
Right.
walking in that room with somebody that you know for a fact getting touched up, getting pieced up by any man that even has $1,000 to blow.
Facts.
So you gotta think about it. He not gonna want to go in there and do some mess like that. He just gonna be thinking about exactly in Vegas, because everything in Vegas stays out there. You already know the slogan. But again, us men, we're not gonna want to go out there and touch anything that is in any one of those houses. Just be honest. So yeah, they're going to go to the Instagrams, they're going to go to the Twitters and all the stuff like that, and they're going to choose some of these. Yeah, NDAs run out though. Another point.
Yeah, but you get as far away from that motherfucker when they do run out. So when they do run out, you know we're around.
Bro,
so,
but how about this? How about just don't put yourself in these situations? How about,
facts.
I mean, my thing is, it's a reason why you don't hear about certain men being in certain situations like this, because they don't fool with them. They don't mess around. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people didn't even know about Dion and Carucci. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But this whole thing, but everybody knows about Shannon Sharp and IG, and everybody knows about Shannon Sharp and OnlyFans. And now this girl don't say she's retiring from OnlyFans. Like, that's wild in itself, saying I'm retiring from OnlyFans, but that's neither of mine. At the end of the day, it's just like, it's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like overall, being the skin tone that we are, and something like that is out there, it just doesn't make us look good at the end of the day. I'm not trying to make it about race or anything. It's just all about just men and with color, and this doesn't look good on us. And we look to guys like Shannon Sharp, you know, and to be like those examples, to not do these things and to be better examples, etc. He don't know us from a can of paint, and we're just, you know, spewing out how we feel personally. But at the end of the day, it's just like, I feel like you just played yourself off television, and you didn't
Facts.
have to do that, and that's crazy because, like I said, again, talented, profitable, Hall of Famer, etc. And it's quite unfortunate.
But I'm gonna say this before we get out, and this is my last thought on it. Go find you somebody your age or close to your age. You 57 years old. Find you somebody 50 and over. There's some good looking women out here 50 and over. Hell, some of them look better than these 20, 30-year-olds because
Right.
they've taken care of themselves. You can find somebody your age. Stop being lazy. I mean, either he lazy or he just insecure about the way he look. One or the other. And one thing about it, money is supposed to make you look better, as they say. I don't know how true that is because I'm broke as shit. But I mean, if you got confidence, you can pull any woman on this planet. Just that simple. I mean, it
Amen.
don't take much. It don't take much. Boy.
Said the whole retiring term is used by OnlyFans and P stars. It
Nah,
ain't
they ain't retiring. Nah, they ain't
retired.
retiring.
Hey
Shit, no.
man, they gonna be doing what they want to do, but at the end of the day, she got money in her pocket. But hopefully, you know what I'm saying, I wish him nothing but the best, and you know what I'm saying, more blessings for his career, etc., etc. But it just at this one of them things to where you really dropped the ball on it, man. Everybody in the world sees it.
Boy. I don't even really want to hear it no more. I'm gonna be honest, Joy. I don't even want to hear it. Because he just said something about the lawyer about them trying to blackball him or find a way to get the money out of him. If you knew that, why are you still out here doing crazy stuff? And
Right.
that's true. Will money do change people, but at some point at his age, he gotta have common sense. It's just that simple. I mean, how
That's
much common sense do you have to keep doing things like that? And don't get me wrong. I know temptation is a motherfucker. I know it. But at the same time, you got to be mindful of what's going on around you. Because as soon as you let that wrong person around you, guess what? They're gonna pull the rug off from under you. And
no
then what?
one man should have all that power. Oh,
Or
just man.
you
Sometimes, bro.
you
Sometimes
ignorant
we
with an
get
E.
up there, bro, and we can't handle it.
Man, I thought your 40th birthday. When you turned 40? I don't remember that.
I don't think none of us do. But
Uh he
say,
he
yeah.
got morals and principles. He ain't got no damn common sense.
Sometimes, man, also you can have the wrong crowd about around you telling you different things and bigging you up. Again, man, let's
Dapping
just
him
be
up.
honest. Man has had
And,
so much success.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. Shout out to Ocho, man. Ocho, my boy, and Ocho, he act like one of my uncles. And I think Shannon trying to be like Ocho, and he can't be that way.
Mm.
Ocho just what, a
Well,
year or
Ocho
two old.
got a woman though. Ocho got a
He just
woman and he do her nails too.
but
That's
what that mean? But what that mean? I mean, he want the man swag is what I'm saying.
I feel
So
what
I
you're
mean, at your age, man, you fit almost 60 years old. You about to enjoy retirement in probably about 5 to 6 years. I know you live your life, man. Be happy. Look at Ron Isley. He 82
That's
years
what
old.
he was trying to do,
80,
Smitty. He was trying to live.
83 years old. Ron Isley, 83 years old. That man ain't got now where in the world. He got a wife, a beautiful wife. Been married to her for 20 something years,
Mhm.
and he enjoying life. So,
That's wild, bro. At the end of the
but
day, man, hopefully everything,
yeah,
like I
what
said,
it is,
work
man.
out. But
But
time to
you
get up
know
out.
what to do. You know what to do, man.
It's time to get up out of here, y'all. We had a wonderful show, man, talking Falcons football. We made sure we was gonna do that mostly, and then we gave a little time to in the Shannon Sharp situation. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Me, A1 Forever Sports. That's the platform on YouTube. Be generational because it's always time to be, and don't you settle for less because you always can have more with the vision. Also, catch me on the Hawks Digest, man, as well. Just drop some content over there tonight too. Just letting everybody that the Atlanta Hawks are starting to ring bells around the national media and just diving into that. So please check that out as well. Twitter A1 Forever, Instagram A1 Forever, and also the TikTok the real A1 Forever. Thank you as always for tuning in, y'all. We couldn't do this show without y'all. So
Facts.
man, just make sure y'all always tuning in to me and Smitty when you guys get a chance, and we thank you.
Yep. Shout out to Auntie Joy, man, for coming through. Our favorite auntie, Atlanta Falcon auntie, man. She the real bird lady. William said, I remember when he was sick, checked on him all the time. Glad he pulled through, man. So shout out to Will, man. Thank you for being a big supporter, man. Truly
Facts.
appreciate it.
And we're definitely
Um,
glad you're still here, man.
Facts. And like she said, man, y'all go smash the like button. He won forever. Hawks Digest, wherever he at, go check the. Oh, man, I'm hungry. See, it's
Mm-hmm.
getting late. It's getting
Mm-hmm.
late.
Yeah,
Getting late.
getting hungry, late and hungry. Mm-mm-mm.
But yeah, man, check me out, Spitty Sports Machine on YouTube. Also check me out on at Fatboy Slam _21. You see it right there on the screen. That's my Twitter handle. I'm always on Twitter blowing things up because that's what I do. And yeah, I'm gonna see a lot of this Falcon season, man. And we got special guests we lining up right now, right at this moment,
Working on it.
to get these preview shows going. And trust me, when we do these post game shows, we're gonna have y'all in the chat so y'all can voice y'all frustration or y'all happiness, whichever one you want to do. Smash like buttons over here. Thank you. Yeah, Auntie Joy, she got a YouTube too, man.
Yep.
Y'all please go check out Auntie Joy YouTube, Auntie Joy Too Real. She doing her thing, man. She dressed up like a grandmama and she dancing like Sierra. So
Yeah. Yeah.
she
That's
doing her thing,
hilarious.
man.
Hilarious.
That was funny. I didn't know she had it in her, but she did it. She pulled it off.
You know.
But yeah, it was funny. Trust me, it was funny. Y'all got to go check it out. If I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it in my community so y'all can see it. Cause it was funny, and trust me, y'all better subscribe to her channel after seeing that. But yeah, and the thing has got like 50 some thousand views already.
Oh,
So
yeah,
she doing her
working.
thing, doing her thing.
She
But
working.
get to my oh Lord, she know. Look, y'all know her. Y'all done seen on TV commercials, all that, so y'all know her. But yeah, man, me and Chris gonna rock on out, man. It's 11 o'clock, past my bedtime, and my arthritis kicking in. But we gonna holler at y'all soon, man. Appreciate you, Auntie Joy, for coming through as always, supporting the crew, cause we know you good for it. But for Chris, for Smitty, we gonna holler.